Okay, let's go to the other quote I wanted to show you here. Ibn Taymiyyah here, he said that some of these groups of the 73 groups, they may have a deviant doctrine, such as denying the obligation of salah, zakah, fasting, Ramadan, Hajj. They may consider lawful forbidden acts, for fornication, drinking intoxicants, gambling, marrying a mahram. It could be an outright expression of kufr. But if it is professed by a person who is yet to receive the message of Islam, that person cannot be accused of kufr. For instance, if somebody is a new convert to Islam, or he was raised in a small remote village where the message of Islam did not reach him, he cannot be judged as a kafir for denouncing any aspect of the message delivered by the Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is the quote, end quote from Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. So why did I want to share this with you? Of course, not to encourage those things, but Ibn Taymiyyah is saying you can't even call that person a kafir if he didn't receive the message. And today people love to use the word kafir. They love to make takfir and excommunicate people who don't follow their way. How quickly are people to use such a heavy term, you know? And as they say, what begins, we see a lot of the violence that is taking place in the name of Islam, where people are killing people from other groups and bombing their masjids, and the what happened in Syria, where many Muslims were fighting each other and killing each other. None of this is from the teachings of Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. He's the first one to for you saw in the first position, he said that the people who may have innovation could be the awliya of Allah. He did not excommunicate them. And even in the second case, where people are clearly committing major mistakes that would take them out of Islam, he said that if they didn't receive the message, you cannot even call them a kafir until they have been given the message and delivered the message. My point here is that the extremism, the fanaticism that we see out there is a tool by the enemies of Islam to divide the ranks of the Muslims, to split us into groups, to make us fight each other and to kill each other, so that we don't point or realize who our true enemies are. So Allah says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Do not be sectarian. Do not be fanatical, extremists, where you excommunicate. Excommunicate means takfir. You call somebody a kafir. You say, this person who doesn't follow my way, he's kafir. He's a disbeliever. Then we can fight him, we can kill him. This is not the way that Allah is commanding us. وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And now let me share something here. And historically, the enemies of Islam, they tried very hard to divide the ranks of the Muslims. And what we see happening in the Ottoman Empire, or during the time of the Ottoman Empire, there was Europeans who dressed up as Muslims and pretended to convert to Islam. And then they spied on the Muslims and they actually helped bring in the occupying forces. You had people like Lawrence from Arabia. I'm sorry, Lawrence, the British spy, and he went to Arabia and he inspired the Arab revolt against the Ottoman Caliphate. You have people even like Napoleon. Apparently, he pretended to become Muslim at one point. So we had enemies that came within the ranks of the Muslims and to divide them and to turn them against each other. Let me share you something here. There's a book that is read by all of the modern um, planners and strategists. Let me share this with you here.